Well, hello, everybody. I hope you are well. I gifted a couple memberships here and would like to welcome everybody. These gifts come from your donations through your super snooper chats, and I use them to give back to you guys to get you into the memberships. So, these are gifts. These memberships are from your 11 family, basically. Welcome, Moonlight Rays, Jersey Gal, Four Frogs, Fat Asses, Cats, Puppy Love, and Susan Boland. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you all. My goodness, you guys, get ready. We're going to really go through a little bit of an emotional feeling today, I think. I have been. Like, I settled down into the Idaho 4 case and I began to really focus because I have a huge, like, what the hell moment tomorrow to show you guys. So I needed a moment to prepare, and I began to really just start from the beginning and play the memories of the Idaho 4 case. And when it came to the memories, I realized we're missing something. And it had to have occurred right in front of our eyes, and I have absolutely no memory of it. And there's no memory of it on the entire internet. So before we get into that, I want to say hello to everybody. And then we're going to go over some memories. So share some of your memories, some of your first memories. What's the first time that you remember hearing about the case? What are some of the things that you believe to be true because you heard it in the beginning? What are some of your fond memories, right? We all have some good within the bad. And one of the memories I experienced first was that feeling of that first snow where it was kind of on the ground and there was like an eerie silence that just cast over the house. And yet the internet was completely abuzz. But when you looked at the house, it just, everything about it felt empty, vacant, almost like happiness had been leached out of it from like some salacious, vicious. It was so an emotional attack. It was complete destruction in a vengeful way. And that alone started me thinking this was so incredibly personal, there's no way around it. So there is a connection, in my humble opinion, to the victims and their killer in an intimate way. So don't miss tomorrow because I found something in an interview with Steve Gonsalves that blew my mind. Like I played it again and again and again. I'm like, holy crap. How did I miss that? But we're going to get into what nobody remembers. So let's continue. Joe Puglish says, someday I will get a membership. Well, and YouTube decides who gets it when we gift. So I hope you do. I hope you do. Hey, Lorna. Hey, Ifs, Interior Family Studios. Hello, hello. Mrs. Jones, you welcome back, lovely. Tracy Gear, how have you been? Tickety boo. Tickety boo hoo. Wild Man's mom says, I have the list of what your spirit box said, and you need to go back and listen to it. It's wild, Mama D. I can't, you guys. I can't do spirit box, and let me tell you. Oh my golly, I am going to show you what we found. So hold on. I want to do a shout out to one of our 11 family members found the time on the Linda Lane footage with the whistle. And there is some holy what the bomb moments. Now, I want to put a disclaimer out there. I have an extremely good audio system. I can hear this. I also have a headset. This is made so that I can record really good quality. So I am able to hear this. If you do not have a proficient headset, and I'm talking about a little bit more expensive than Dollar General, unfortunately, headset, you most likely will not be able to hear a thing I say, and you'll be like, she's crazy. But I will tell you what I am hearing is being picked up by my equalizer. So when you break down the musical waves or the voice waves, the frequencies, and you're editing your video program, you can literally see the bumps in the graph depending on if it's a low bump or a high bump. Okay, my graphs are picking this up too. Now, that doesn't mean that what I'm hearing is what's being said. However, in my personal opinion, I'm either going crazy or it literally says right in the clip that we have been listening to, it literally says Jack and Kaylee's name. So I'm a little freaked out. We have the link available to you. I will put it down in the description at the end of the video. However, right now you'll be able to see where I got it from. And let me show you this real quick. This is our fair use disclaimer. And under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for a purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research, and so forth. All right, let's get rid of that. Get ready. And then we're going to get back into our memories. But I wanted to clear this up. And I did my little thing where I put the words of what I'm hearing. Okay? Are you ready for this? Joe Puglish says, I just saw a video, a police report of a box of knives found at 600 Taylor Avenue. Okay, send me that link, please. I would love to see that. Oh, we're going to get into it. What do you know? But we got to do a couple things. Okay. Let me know. Give me a 1 if you want me to play it again. Thank you, Joe. Hey, Nettie. Hey, Robin. How are you, dear? You wear earbuds, so they work pretty well. Good, Tracy. You'll probably hear it. Like I said, a lot of you are going to be like, I don't hear that. Joe says, wow, hear that loud and clear. Donna McQuaid says, oh my God, that's so clear. Wow. Wild Man's mom says, I hear it. Oh my God. Okay, let's do this again. We got a 1. Anti-Crimer, hello and welcome to 1111 True Crime. As I say, this blew my mind. I'm like, okay, first of all, you guys, I listened to so much Linda Lane footage. I was absolutely like, I wasn't even watching it. I was like listening to it. And it was a cross between listening to a spirit box and the movie The Predator. And it creeped me out so incredibly bad that like I had to have every light on in my house, first of all. So I thought I was hearing crap this morning when I got up and I had cleaned up the audio and I put it through my equalizer and I dropped down that whole big high pitched like humming sound. I narrowed it down. I pulled it down. I'm like, okay, now I can hear Murphy so clear. All right, cool. And I'm playing it and I recorded it and uploaded it. And then I played it back and I'm like, did I just hear Jack? Did I just hear Kaylee's name being said? So I put it back through and sure as crap, I was hearing it. I'm like, okay, I'm either absolutely losing my mind, which could be at this point because I've listened to hours. And again, I want to throw a shout out to Sarah McCauley for hitting me up and being like, it's here. Nope, it's here. I've got it. Here it is. Because she stuck with me. And that's the work we've got to do as our 1111 voice grows and we get stronger. Yes, Jeff did a great job. This is Jeff H's channel. It is the 1 a.m. 5 a.m. Linda Lane indifference mode. And it is at exactly 2:41:02 a.m. that you will hear Murphy. Now, I cleaned it up quite a bit, even more so than he did. Um, and I think I've got it. So, are you ready to hear it again? Like, my heart skipped a beat. Sarah Pagan says, I can hear it plain as day. Thank God you guys can hear it because I'm like, I swear, people are going to think I'm crazy. Jill Elaine says, I hear it too. Good mind says, my age. I'm not going to say that together because it comes out sounding like I'm saying something very, very bad. Beyond the Pale, sadly, Jeff loves that idiot detective. What? I didn't say that, y'all. All right, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Okay, let me mute. Here we go. It's loud too. Get your earbuds on. Now, I tried to mute out the harsh sounds so that we can tolerate the volume. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So, hats off to Jeff H. For incredible work. And also, one more shout out to our 1111 family, Sarah McCauley, because I'm impressed, you guys. You're doing the work. I'm able to present it for you. I can, try to clean it up a little bit. I can put some graphics with it so that it pinpoints like when it's being said without me yelling over it. But we're working together as a team, which okay, so let's try to digest this. Hey, Jenny Traglin Lovely. She says, oh my God. Donna McQuaid says, whoa, whoa, whoa. Right? All right. Loud and clear, says Debbie. Ah, I've missed you guys so much. Jennifer Swain says, just creepy. Oh my God, I love it when I see all these beautiful faces. Okay, you guys, if you're missing this live, you are going to need to watch it again for tomorrow's live because this just brought Jack's name. Now, the question, you guys, is which Jack? What Jack are we talking? We have so many Jacks. And look at the time 2:42. This starts 2:42 a.m. The girls have already been calling Jack D and messaging him. Over 10 times of trying to get him to come over. And now we're hearing Jack and Kaylee's name within a half a minute of each other with the word Murphy, somebody yelling Murphy. It's as if somebody's messing with my head. Donna McQuaid says this stuffs up Jack's alibi. Sarah Pagan says, I watched a video from Bubbly Waters, and you can hear what sounds like Ethan being attacked. And Xana, you can hear Ethan say, stop, Pete, you're killing me. Listen, you guys. What I'm going to be showing you tomorrow has me shaken up a little bit. So make sure and don't miss tomorrow's. It's one of the biggest moments that I'm going to be like, boom, here's something to think about. And then I'm going to take a few days off the case to just get my house back in order. I got laundry. I got dishes, something, to do. But we're coming through. All this work we're doing is really working out to our advantage. Interior Family Studio says it's like a, quote, Jack in the Box. That kind of gave me the chills. Oh, There was a musical person that is very equipped, very equipped to analyze the whistles. Same key, so same notes, octave difference. Okay, so she said that's like that would be really coincidental, and I thought there was something. So Quentin works today, but he doesn't work tomorrow or the next day. So I'm gonna, with his musical ear too, he'll be able to literally tell me what key and what note and what the difference is in octaves, because that has a familiarity to it. First of all, both whistles have that little twizzle at the end, so that was weird to me too. Tracy Gears says, in her opinion, JD was present when they got home. I'm freezing for some reason. I'm usually warm on these lives. And I don't know if it's my adrenaline, because that just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. Right. AAH. I don't know why I say AA. AHH says that man's tone when shouting Murphy sounds agitated and angry. I hear it all. Wow, I'm shaking. Right. Wild Man's mom says, remember, one of those words was Jack, and we thought Jack in the Box, and now this. Exactly. Well, hello, the Canadian cat lady. Welcome to 1111 True Crime. You say, in your opinion, it has to be Jack D. I think so too, because it's got Murphy. And remember, one of those texts was, we share a dog together. And I know for a fact when I heard it originally, it was, for God's sakes, we share a dog together. Beyond the Pill says, oh, yes, chills to me too. Totally. Blue Petunia says, oh, hold on, you guys. Let's listen to this one more time, and then I'm going to get it off the screen. And then we'll come back to everybody, what they're saying. Okay, I'm going to mute, and here you go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close that down and get open our little podcast. Blue Petunia says, what does it say? I have this almost memory of Jack showing someone a knife during a social gathering in the home. Quote, it's got a nice weight to it. Gentle up and down gesture, places back in sheath, thumb atop clasp. Interesting. Well, I remember everything like the first snow. I remember the wreath on the door. I remember Chris McDonough binding the glove. I remember the cops sitting there in the driveway all the time. I remember Maddie's pink boots up in the window. I remember the ladder leaning up against the side of the house. I remember seeing the red substance running down what appeared to be the wall there. I remember how empty it felt. I remember them taking the vehicles away. I remember when I woke up and saw the house was boarded up, and I remembered them tearing that house down. I remembered everything, but I never once remembered seeing one picture, not one photograph, not one video, not one mention of the bodies ever being removed from the house. I've looked everywhere. Not one neighbor, no one got a picture of the corner. There was nobody watching that house at that moment. But yet the house was under complete surveillance by the entire world, 24/7 almost. Neighbors were on the news. There were people parked in the driveway. If the cop moved a car, they took a picture. Media was everywhere. There was even people getting upset because they couldn't even sleep because of the lights outside their house. So let me ask you, do you remember? Not what you heard. Do you remember seeing a moment of silence like we had in the Kylie Rodney case? Or the helicopter kept its distance? With the Nicola Bully case, we heard of the people getting actual photographs and it becoming quite a scandal, which turned into a nightmare. In the Gabby Petito case, we could see the tent, and we knew the moments. The news broke. We knew the moments it was happening. It's always been there, but with the IDAHO4, I have absolutely no memory. It's as if we've hit a glitch in the matrix. And I'm asking you, do you remember? Hi, Janice Chambers. Susan Rusko says, I remember Steve G's facial expressions when he was looking at Jack D at the memorial. Looked like he was trying to hide behind Kaylee's mom. Stacy says, from the truck to the door of the house. Well, I watched them I saw the pictures of mattresses and items come out, but I never saw anything that showed me anything. And there's nothing on the internet that shows me when the bodies were removed. Right, Stacy says it wasn't a U-Haul truck. We could see in the back of the U-Haul truck in some of those pictures, just enough to see it was furniture. My email address for Mrs. Jonesy and anybody else is rubberducky2005 at yahoo.com. Joe Puglicious says, no ambulance for the 911 call, no bodies removed. So much secrecy. Dana Lynn says, I asked this months ago about the bodies and was told that LE intentionally held a press conference at the station and all the reporters came and that was so the bodies could be removed. I find it hard to believe that not one neighbor, and they were nosy, trust me, they were all over the news, right? Not one neighbor took a picture. Nobody was like, oh, what are they doing over there? Dog Mom says, I've always said, when and how did they remove the bodies? Never saw them. Tunnels? Jennifer Swain said, did the families ever identify their bodies? That's an excellent question. As far to the best of my knowledge, but take it with a grain of salt, to the best of my knowledge, the identification came from literally the law enforcement using the identity of their driver's license. I could be wrong, though. Don't quote me. Do your own research. Form your own opinion. Gemini 65 points this out. No EMT. Corner. Nothing. Bam. That's a big boom. Stacy says, yeah, I think it was when they had the doorway tarped off to the back of the truck so you couldn't see what they were removing. When? Where is that? Did anybody else see that? I mean, I'm not trying to question you, Stacy, but can you get me a link and email it to me? Because, I mean, that's being said, but we don't have anything. I can't find it. I scrubbed the internet looking for it. I looked everywhere. Nothing. And I never saw it. And I've been on this case from day one. Janice Chambers says, nope. I was wondering why we never saw the coroner removing the bodies. Beyond the Pale says, at Dana Lynn, yes, me too. But I don't believe nobody caught anything on camera or film. What do you think? That's a good point, too. You guys are so incredibly brilliant. Cindy Neufeld says, and all the cars parked in the drive almost for 2 weeks. Kim Bernier says, nope, never. Sean Collins says LL is the real crime scene. Now that would be interesting because should we listen to that again? I want you to tell me, I want you to give me a 1 if you can hear the name Jack and Kaylee being said. Because I know you can hear, a lot of you can hear everything else perfectly clear, but I'm going to play it again. And I want you to give me a 1, again, you guys, if you can hear the name Jack and Kaylee, because that is so freaking bizarre. All right, here we go. Let's play it again. I'm going to mute, and here we go. So, you guys are hearing it. Okay, thank you. Whew, I'm so glad. That makes me happy because, like I said, I'm like, okay, I've been listening to this because of the word Murphy and the whistle. But what would the chances be in this little 3-second clip that I'm literally at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, hearing the names Jack and Kaylee? What are their chances? I'm like, I'm probably losing my shit. I am so glad you guys are hearing it. I don't hear it though, says PJ Second Chance. Oh, lovely. Go get some headphones. I'm just saying, like I said, if you don't have some really good headphones, you may not be hearing it. And I've like taken Jeff H's, which he did a massively excellent job. I have cleaned that up even a little bit further with our video editing software that also does stuff. Goran hears it as well. Rapture Ready Now hears it too. One of the news broadcasts will have the blue tarp IP. Tracy Gear. Where? I would love for somebody to send me anything that shows that I mean, not that I'm doubting it. I'm just saying I'm missing a piece to the puzzle. And it's like I will ask that question until my dying day. I need to have something that shows me there was activity in removing the 4 victims from the home. I was a little thrown off by the fact that they were repainting and cleaning the place before we were at trial. I mean, they were almost doing that before we had a suspect. Sean Collins says, sounds like Kaylee saying Jack and Maddie saying Kaylee, heartbreaking their last words. Oh my God, I ask this. Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay, those of you that know me will know this to be true. I sat here today working on tomorrow's video, which is all about Jack D. And I asked God above, Mother Gaia, in the name of Jesus, please show me something. Give me a bird. And I looked out my window. We have a massive amount of snow. overnight. We went from 45 degrees in Wisconsin to a lot of snow. And I said, show me a bird so I know it's a message if Jack actually committed these crimes. Show me a message, a bird. You guys, it just dawned on me. I found this. After that, I found this say Jack. I found this say Kaylee. Oh my God. And wait till I show you what I'm working on tomorrow. You are going to have your chin on the floor. It blew me away when I started putting all the pieces together. It makes me sick. It blows me away. And I know everybody is innocent until proven guilty, but I am going to start like popping off some stuff that just, I'm going to let you do the math. And when you're done and you add it up and you watch Steve G, Kaylee's dad, say this, it all comes together. And for a moment, I'm like, oh my God, this is like a twisted Brian Laundrie story. Only this time, he's not taking his own way out. He's getting away with it. That's how I felt. But that's just me. Stacy says, when was the disaster response truck was there? Well, Stacy, I'll be honest. I've never seen you in our chat before. You're not bringing proof of anything, but feel free to email me. And until then, we'll take it with a grain of salt, just like we do everybody else's, because I need to see it with my own eyes, not be told in chat. Just saying. Jennifer Swain says, if my child was murdered, I would demand to identify her. Steve G would not stand for this. I agree. I hope. I pray that's true. Dana Lynn says, I know you missed my comment at the beginning, but I stated all this. See, great minds think alike, Dana. Ooh. All right, let's go a little deeper. Beyond the Pale says, I just wonder if the Greek life were called early and then LE, early hours, they removed the bodies, then the frats and sororities were probably notified bodies already gone. Damn. 8-hour delay, and I never saw the bodies come out. My mind just blew up, and the door was open at 8:30 in the morning because they were airing it out. Get ready for the goat. This is our mascot, and it's a very loud sound. I can't believe that we just came up with that. Is it possible that the bodies were removed during that 8-hour time before anybody is notified outside of Greek life? Other than, oh my God, I would not doubt it a bit. Holy crap, Beyond the Pale, you just blew my mind. This is why, and I'm getting more and more on the bigger idea and understanding of why it's so important that we have these chats. Because that just, I ask you, is that what happened? Wow. Well, and some people do believe in the tunnels, and if so, that would be an answer. Right. The 8 hours to get everything situated because they knew that they were going to get some bad PR. Oh my God. My gut is saying red flags. Yep. From all we've learned from those that are in these types of sororities and in ex-Greek life, they have expressed that to the best of their knowledge, they were always told to contact Greek life before the council, before, and let them handle everything, including the 911, everything. And then there's an 8-hour window. That's it. Ooh, I'll have to listen again. Rob's Z Riches says, sounds like he says I love you after Kaylee. Y'all, if it says that, I'm going to freak out. I want to hear it again now. Hold on. All right. You're probably going to be, somebody's going to hit me. They're going to be like, you didn't need to play it 800 times. Well, fast forward it, you guys. Fast forward it. Here we go. Okay, so when you're saying you think it says I love you after, it's actually at the very beginning of the clip, and it's where we're hearing Murphy. And it does sound like somebody saying, I love you. But it does sound like Murphy to me. Oh my gosh, Jennifer Swain. Thank you for that incredible super chat. That's a huge snooper chat, lovely. Thank you. Aw, and it's great work to not just to me because I did not do this all by myself. A huge shout out to Bubbly Waters, Jeff H. I feel like I'm accepting, our Billy the Goat trophy here. To Sarah McCauley, and to all of you because it takes us all to do this. But thank you, thank you. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Dana Lynn says, I looked for any photo or comment of those bodies being removed for weeks, and I'm telling you, nothing, not one comment or photo. I am with you, Dana Lynn. How can we not remember that? How would that have evaded us? I can remember everything from, like I said, the first snow, the wreath, the glove, the cops all the time, Maddie's boots in the window, the ladder leaning on the thing, the blood outside the wall, vehicles being removed, the place being boarded up, the place being torn down. But I can't remember nobody taking no body out. Is that because it was taken out prior? Were these bodies removed during that 8-hour time lapse? Because there would have been so little of eyes on that. That's the only time that I can imagine this could have really happened. Beyond the Pale says, could even have been a panic reaction from Greek life and Ellie, get them out of here ASAP. Ooh, that's crazy, but true. It really could have happened that way. Y'all, my head's a little lightheaded. So, did we just find their last words ever spoken on camera? On here? It's just mind-boggling. And tomorrow's even now this is making sense. Now I'm just gonna go full blowout. I'm not holding back tomorrow at all, not after hearing both Jack and Kaylee's name on here, not after asking for God to show me the truth. And I know you guys know I am very spiritually based. Jesus is my savior, and I trust Mother and Father Gaia of the creator of our world, of us. And I pray directly to Mother and Father Gaia. And I prayed for a direct message and to hear these two names, and now for you guys to hear it too. And I know that it's not just me. I have no doubt in my mind. I've got over 31 reasons why Jack D makes a better suspect right now, and I haven't even applied much time to it, than BK. And some of it, when you start adding it up, is going to raise the hair on the back of your neck. I'm just saying. Get ready for tomorrow. And what Steve G says, and I know people are going to take it and go, he didn't mean it that way. I'm telling you right now, it's what is spoken, the words chosen. That words matter. Specifically, how they're said. Even if you are reassuring the world what you're saying is true, it's in the way you say it. It's in the tone you say it. It's in it. Just pay attention. Tomorrow's a big day. Janice Chambers is hearing it, saying, I agree with sounds like Murphy. Mm-hmm. Summer Snow's here. Welcome, lovely. Welcome. Susan Roscoe says, maybe because they had to get the victims set up in the morgue first. And that could be. We've been lied to. And we know that that is par for the course. So it very well could be. Commercial Zone says, anyone I've read about who'd be tragically infected or their kids say they ran to their kids. I don't know what that means, lovely. I might have interrupted a message. When you guys are hitting each other's up, I'll leave your comments out. If you want me to see it, hit me up at 1111 True Crime. Kim Bernier says, never on camera, not even of some of it. Wild Man's mom says they never showed them coming out. AHH says, I think Murphy escaped. That'll explain the tone I hear. I know for a fact firsthand that the university protects the brats, and the police do too. What's up, Gretchy? Commercial Zone says that's a really good point. They removed them before. Well, hello, Justice A to Z. Hello, hello. I came over and was in your chat the other night, but nobody was paying no mind to me. I stayed for quite a while, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Justice A to Z says a lack of evidence is some of the best evidence in every case. Yes. All right, my lovely Luz, I'm going to jump off here because my fur baby is needing to go potty and I'm home alone. Or I could just pause it and take her, I guess. All right, I'm going to pause it and come back because I can see you guys want to talk. All right, I'll be right back, you guys. Don't lose your thought. Okay. I hurried and got her a treat because she didn't want to go out. She has learned, you guys, she has put on so much weight. She's like a little fat pig. My dog is, because she has learned that if she whines while I'm home alone, she gets a treat. Because that way she knows it makes her be quiet. She's spoiled rotten, but she's old as heck. Tickety Boo says, why did the students have access to the house? If they arrived after the bodies were removed, the house should have been cordoned off and guarded. Yeah, that changes a whole like my whole perspective. I have to like digest what that would mean if the bodies were removed during those 8 hours. Like if the whole timeline is skewed. Like if the bodies were removed even by 8:30 in the morning even. What if there is no delay in the sense that they did an in-house, get the bodies to the coroner's office and all that, and then just claim the rest of the shit? Who knows? At this point, how do you put a stake in the ground when you can't trust the investigators? Dana Lynn says, I'm a Christian, and I've had to remove myself from some people and channels on YouTube. I live quietly as I come in. Those spirit boxes freak me out. Me too. I tried one for a little while on the channel, and I couldn't do it. And I won't do it. I don't have to. Susan Rusko says the coroner had to show up to pronounce the deaths. Well, that's not true. Go over and look at Stephen Avery's case. The coroner was barred from the case and told that she would be fired if she stepped foot on the Avery property. County coroner on the very same county that the victim was found. And they declared all that stuff without a coroner present. So, had to does not always mean they did. Hunting for the truth, welcome. You say, I have been asking that question so many times. Thank goodness you said it. My H says, London has great footage of the grub truck and narrates the people and the group that all cheer and yelled Santa and Ethan's name, and they all looked at Sells and Joe B at the same time. Justice A to Z says he lied about his alibi. Are you talking about JD? Stacy says, I don't think my butt ever went to that place. I don't either. Mrs. Jonesy says, so when did they find the knife sheath? Yeah, that's still a mystery because they alleged that they had the knife sheath, but then they were going to Brian Kohlberger's looking for what? A knife sheath. It's like, okay, you just said you found a knife sheath, but now you're going to Kohlberger's looking for a knife sheath. Oh, okay. Gretchen, go lay down. Stop it. You need nothing. I don't think she needs anything. She has water. She ate her snack. She went potty right before we started, so. The truth will come out. Sean Collins says the truth will come out. Susan's like, dinner time. I'm coming back on replay. And I will go through this and edit it so that those that just want the no fluff version, right? The dieted version, I can filter out all the nonsense talk. Crystal Amber, welcome to 1111 True Crime. You say instead of the word Murphy, they are saying, I love you very fast. It sounds like exactly that. Well, I appreciate your opinion. You could be right. Joseph, to your channel, love it. I'm not sure what that means, but thank you, dear. Appreciate you. You could be right. I don't know. We all have different opinions, and we definitely can hear different things. But that's what makes the world good, right? Monique, hello, lovely. You say, maybe Murphy went after someone in backyard when he took off, but I thought the yard was fenced in. Beyond the Pale says, oh my God. So maybe that's why the sheath was found later under Maddie, because the bodies were removed. And they figured it was under her. Oh my God. Oh my God. If you were looking at something, you would know. But if you had to imagine it, you would be like, okay, it looks like it would be laying beside her. And the other person might be like, it looks like it would be laying under her. But if the body was really there, you wouldn't see the knife sheath if it was under her. Were the bodies already removed? Again, I asked the same question twice. Wow. Beyond the Pale, you get a gold star. You get a gold star tonight. I can't sing. Oh, jeez. Joe Puglish says on Reddit, it says bodies removed discreetly late at night with tinting. Damn, I wouldn't even doubt it, y'all. Robin Davis Ducksworth says, what about students' film on the tripod that was there on that night? Where did that go? And did it really exist? Lucy Luhu says, where is Murphy now? Did Jack take him? Yes, and Jack has. He loves Murphy very much. I have no doubt that Murphy is in good hands. He loves Murphy like a child, truly. Murphy has his own Facebook, and Jack keeps up on it, and Murphy has his own following. You know, they say your dog is man's best friend, and it makes you wonder, could something have been the straw that broke the camel's back? Because I'm about to jump up here, but I'm going to leave you with a thought, a big thought. All right? You don't want me to leave? Let me see what I can do. Okay, you guys. Here's the deal. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to take my dog to the toilet because she's still crying. So she must have to go. And she has to come first. And for those of you that want to continue, stick around. And for those of you that want to hit the road, I appreciate you so much, your patience, your kindness, and I will see you again. I hope you'll join me tomorrow night for the big, like, wow, whoa, whoa moment. Like, there's some bombs. There's some, like, whoa moments. All right. For those of you sticking around, I will be back in 2 minutes, 2 seconds. All right. Whew. She did have to go, so I'm glad I took her out. Welcome back, everybody. Cynthia Caldwell says she thinks the way they bled out there would be more blood on the sheath. Huh. This episode that we're working on right now, it has really boggled my mind. Like the fact that we've actually got that recording right at that moment at 2:41 a.m. where it is literally the name Kaylee and Jack, or Jack and Kaylee, with Murphy and whistling. So they got home at 1:56 a.m. Olivia says they toileted their dog. Well, actually, what she said was, and I heard it with my own 2 ears, is she said they toileted their dog. So it never said who. Like they as if in she heard it, but she couldn't see it or something. So who's they? Is that Maddie or is that Kaylee or both together? They went out. Did they walk the dog? Did they just open the door? Did the dog get away from them? What? Does this place Jack? We don't hear his voice, so I can't say it places him. Somebody could have just been saying his name. But it makes me wonder if he's the one that's with, like, yelling Murphy. And then somebody's like, Jack. And then they're like, Kaylee. I don't know. Is it the same person saying Jack that is saying Kaylee? I mean, this is a lot to dig into. This is a little piece of what in the actual world does this mean? Because who's saying it? Joyful believes the sheath was planted. Michelle Liberto, welcome to 1111 True Crime. You said maybe one of the girls pulled the knife sheath off of the perp. Mark and Betty says, if you're going to attack 4 to 6 people, why tie your other hand up carrying a sheath? Ridiculous. I agree. That is an excellent point. Anti-Crimer says, oh, that's somebody else. Sorry, didn't mean to read that. Who to suggest a lot? Robin Davis Ducksworth says. She says she is a mental health therapist and some therapists do hypnosis, and she seems to be successful at doing that with pictures of a lot of stuff that a lot of people can't see. I can't see it, so I don't understand it. I can see, like, none of this is on somebody's phone. I can't see it. I tried. All right, you guys. So, tomorrow, I'm going to give you the idea of the thumbnail. Let me get that for us. Just a second.
We're supposed to believe he just takes out 4 on his way to... It just seems like...
So, that is going to be... Oh, I don't have the thumbnail up. Let me get it real quick. I want to get tomorrow's thumbnail for you and explain how important this one is. Because I was listening. Okay, let's get that out of the way. That out of the way. There we go. I was listening to Steve D talk, and he was explaining some of the messages that Kaylee was sending to Jack. You guys, listen, it gets a lot more serious sounding than I think the family would like to admit. There is so much to go over about not only that message, but about the whole thought process of why Kohlberger, why not Jack D? Like, let's do a little some comparisons on alibis. Let's compare some information on backgrounds. Let's really dig into this. And I'll let you decide, why would L.E. have cleared Jack when he has no alibi? Okay? This gets crazy. And when you look at the long, long list of stuff that we all know about Jack, but when it adds up, it just leaves me numb. And to even hear the family say things that they're not even thinking all the way through what they truly are saying. It literally led me cold. It left me cold. So, Carla says Kaylee fought and she probably pulled the knife sheath. Could be. Beyond the Pale says, I'm going to have to find the date of the cleanup truck. I am fairly sure it was too long after. I can't remember. Oh, you mean where they were taken out? You mean the moving truck, the U-Haul from Pennsylvania or whatever? Beyond the Pale says Kaylee never responded to Jack D's comments on her Instagram, and some of his comments were lewd. Mark and Betty says Nellie was that when the Brady Giglio came out. I think he needed an extra day to try and clear that mess up. Ooh. Then we start talking about Stickergate and we get really crazy. Joe Puglish says she heard Kaylee was stabbed 54 times, which could be a crime of passion. I don't know. That's a good question. Football Cat says, has a pet psychic read Murphy? I don't know. I didn't know there were pet psychics. Beyond the Pale says, I don't think the bodies came out then. Well, you guys, I want to say thank you so incredibly much for staying with me. We are going to dig in big time tomorrow. I really would love to be able to share that information with you. So make sure you get back over here about that time. And with that, I love you. Let's see, what do we got to do here? We got to get this going. We got to get your music going. Let me see, did I do it right? I think I did it right, you guys. All right, peace out. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you to the moon and back.